Sort of. Hang on. Wait, what is that? Share your screen with your audience? Okay, I'll have to check that later. Okay, we're live. Hey guys, thank you so much for your patience, everyone. Yeah, we had kind of an adopted kid over. He's certainly young enough to be Darren's surprise, but he's one of the kids that we met last year. That's interested in doing cars and stuff like that, and so he comes over. He's not even 21 yet. And he comes over for advice and things like that, and we feed him. And so his friends, they're all in college, and his friends are planning for a big Halloween party tomorrow, and I think they said they bought like $600 worth of alcohol. I'm like, okay, just don't drink till you pass out, all right?
Don't drive.
Right. Well, I think I mean, these are college students. They're all like, I think they're going to be like at this apartment and like stay there and drink and sleep it off and see if they remember anything the next morning. But yes, but he came over and like I said, dinner and advice. Somehow somebody sent out a memo that Darren and I are adults. I don't know how that got out, but it did. So that's how it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the video feed isn't working. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah. And I noticed like Ori had to step out, and thank you guys for everyone who's been waiting patiently. And like I explained to our kid, there are people for whom it's like wee hours of the morning. So I really appreciate y'all hanging in there.
He's an adopted kid, but we love him nonetheless.
Yes. Yeah, and you know what? This is probably going to be a big weekend. I bet there's going to be a lot of folks doing like Samhain rituals tomorrow and stuff like that. So yeah,
forever.
yeah. Sam.
Hunger Force thing. Sorry.
Yeah, we're big fans of Aquatine Hunger Force, as evidenced by all the Meatwad impressions you do. But yes, so we're kind of doing a run up to the Koyak mysteries, because you have a feast for Osiris of Abydos and also for Bastet and Sekhmet, who do have a connection to this particular month, the month of Koyak. And so next month we'll get to talk a little bit more about Sekhmet. The actually the video for this month should have premiered on Monday. If you haven't seen that, check it out. And we'll. Oh yeah, Luke also a big Aquatine Hunger Force fan here. Yes, the Brood Witch episode is like my favorite one.
Between that and the birthday snake,
Yeah. Oh yeah, to remind them alcohol poisoning is a real and dangerous thing. You can overdo it. Yeah, that's something we've been trying to tell them. That's why I was like, yeah, don't drink till you pass out.
Right.
With our, our friends.
Unless you're killing Terminators, then I guess it's a prerequisite.
I'm obsessed with the Moonanites, yeah. Robin Reed kind of be celebrating public styling with a general pagan group in a few days. Also practice Irish polytheism, and I'll be doing my own special thing for the next new moon. Very cool.
I don't know anything about that. At least not that I think.
What?
Irish polytheism.
Well, Irish paganism, I know. Okay.
I'm just ignorant of the topic.
I know a little bit, like Caradwin, Brigid, and Lug. The holiday Lunas is named for Lug, who's a deity. So that's I in general sketches I'm aware of it, but okay. It's just not my.
I'm just not. It's not that I'm against anything. I just don't know anything about it.
Right. Well, surf on Wikipedia. You find interesting things.
Wikipedia is dangerous.
Don't forget the data.
And of course the Morrigan.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's Irish ancestry on one side of my family, so that's I honor it by celebrating Halloween. I guess that's.
I have a ton of it myself, so.
I drink Irish coffee.
Calendar shenanigans. Shenanigans, good Irish word. Are interesting when you practice a few different forms of polytheism. But Oh, and Married Wepawet, half Irish. Well, of course, you're a lot closer to home there because Married Wepawet is, what?
And suddenly I'm thinking of what my dad said.
Oh yeah. All right. Before we get started, quick story. Yeah. Because we had gone to a powwow, and someone told Darren, I can look at your face, I can tell you have some Indian somewhere as a Native American, and Darren was like, well, not that I know of. Well, after that, we were on the phone with his dad. This was like, oh gosh, 15 years ago by now. And of course, Darren's dad says, "Oh no, you have a grandmother, Bertrand, or somebody who was like full-blooded Kashada."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh, okay, so neat to know." And what I said was, "Well, I had a great grandmother on my maternal side who was Cherokee Irish."
Oh.
And Darren's dad paused, and he laughed. He said, "Darren, you pour whiskey down that little girl and you're on your own. I ain't coming within 100 miles."
Yeah,
Lucky
Cherokee are known for.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I've heard. But yeah, lucky for Darren, I don't drink. So, with that said, so I guess we can say we've sent off the kids, and now we're going to have our pagan ritual.
That's right. Get out your goat leggings, people.
Oh God, yeah. What service is Dragnet on?
On Netflix.
Netflix, yes. If you have Netflix, go watch Dragnet. It's an 80s movie, and
with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks back when he still had hair.
Yeah, but if you're pagan, it's especially hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yes. Just recommendation. Go watch that. It's back when movies were only an hour and a half long.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and I was wondering why I was hearing so much echo in the room last time, and it was because somehow I had my frame drum set just right, and so it was creating an echo chamber. So now I have it set off to the side. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Natchuru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. It's not that cold. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure.
Wow.
Yeah, I have some clay, and I tried making a Hess vase with it last weekend, and just could not get it to work. So, that's for the moment. That's a little beyond my capabilities, but it would be interesting to see if I could make one, if it would insulate it a little better, or if it would still be that cold.
No, I think the gods have fun freezing me.
I don't know.
And I just heard from one of them, I'll never tell.
Oh, goodness. Yes, there's a partial lunar eclipse tomorrow, but with the clouds and everything, it's cloudy here too. So we may not see it now. In places like Egypt, they'd be able to see it. But, oh, Chalagi, yes, Cherokee. But Irish too, no. Yes, and Vesper knows where they got all those goat leggings. Yeah. So, but okay. Oh, another fun little tidbit, and for next week, I'll bring the pot in here. But for some places, if you go like to the grocery store or the florist or whatever, they're selling chrysanthemums because this is the time of year when they bloom. Well, what's interesting is in French-speaking parts of the world, in the Francophone world, which would include Louisiana, especially South Louisiana, chrysanthemums are actually associated with the dead and offerings for the dead, because the French version of All Saints' Day, they go and they bring flowers to the graves, and most often it's chrysanthemums. And so I picked some up from the store, but I'm going to be saving them for our arrangement for the Koyak mysteries, because that would be most appropriate. And there were a couple of flowers that had fallen off, and so I've got them, on the altar for this week. So yes, if you end up meeting anyone from France or from South Louisiana or whatever, don't give them chrysanthemums. Save those for All Saints' Day.
Yes. And if you're not sure what flowers to bring, don't bring flowers. Bring wine.
Oh well, yeah.
Or bring pastries.
Yeah.
Nothing says love like food.
Mm. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Oh, come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now and will be joining us in the future, and to all of those who have been with us in the past. This eye of Horus comes, and we're all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Oh, and I have to point out at Sekhmet's feet is a little miniature Sekhmet who is 3D printed. That was a secret Suptu gift, and just thought it would be perfectly appropriate to have her right there. So
That's interesting.
yeah, I mean it's really really small, but it's a 3D print of a standing Sekhmet. And so
Have we incorporated the Osiris?
Well, actually, the new Osiris is over here to the side. What I'm going to do is incorporate that one when we do the Osiris Mysteries next week. And actually, we're going to do like kind of part 1 next week, and then part 2 the week after that. And then after that will be the coronation of the Sacred Falcon. So it's kind of a liturgical season. You have the Osiris Mysteries, and then the crowning of his son Horus, and honoring our patron pharaoh being Tutankhamun, which is also appropriate because his tomb was found in November, and they celebrate the anniversary of that, in Luxor every year in November.
we also observe rights to SOCAR in that time period.
Yeah, and actually, that's probably going to be the main focus for the Koyak Mysteries. For the first half is the rights to SOCAR, and then we'll have like the raising of the Jed, and all that good stuff for the second half. So. You arise in the Akhet as Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Osir, Neb Abju, Sekhmet, Bastet. Hail and praise unto you, O Yunachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Espet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Something I think I'm going to do here is okay, the Sekhmet candle needs to be replenished, but we have a candle here for Maches, and we must offer a prayer for those poor folks in Acapulco who were caught very much unawares by a hurricane. And, the town has just been devastated. We know that 27 people have lost their lives as a result of the hurricane, which, according to the
Category 5.
Yes, according to the instruments, it started off as just Cat 1, I think, in the early hours of the morning. But then when they actually sent the planes in, the hurricane hunters, to go and measure it instead of from satellite, from the actual storm, they had to update their numbers. And so basically it went from a Cat 1 to a Cat 5 in the span of a day. And, so nobody had any time to really prepare for it.
Not only that, I would like to mention that is unheard of.
Yeah. But
they're trying to say now that that's kind of going to be our new reality.
Yeah. Well,
at least as long as El Niño's going here.
Well, and we first saw something like this with a little storm called Katrina, and it's funny. We were a couple of hours away from New Orleans at the time.
Yeah, we were in Lafayette, 2 hours away.
Yeah. We caught the outer edges of it. So yeah. And I remember
broke my leg.
There's a story behind that too. But yeah. So that's why Mahes, we asked him to continue to protect people from storms, and because technically the season is not over yet, and it's quite likely we could see things going into December. And so, and even if we're not talking hurricanes, up here in the continental North America, you have the seasons are changing. And so in some places that can mean storms too. So, we're asking for protection and to help keep people out of harm's way. And so there's just so much going on in the world right now. So we need all the prayers and good mojo that we can rustle up. So to that end, take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oh, you know true. These cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyanachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. There we go. There. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread, your fruit of the gardens, upon which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Ayunachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, Osir, Sekhmet, Bestet. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. There we go. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Osir, Kentiamentir within his house. Pure are Sekhmet and Bastet within their house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. There we go. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horeketi, for Osir, Sekhmet, and Bastet, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're not having an allergy issue, are you?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I could just hear you sniffling.
Y'all forgive me.
As long as you're okay, that's what we're worried about.
All right.
Oh, hey, I see a super thanks. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you
Yes.
superiorly.
Mhm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so happy I'm bursting. Forgive me.
All right. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Osir. Come to your body, O Sekhmet, O Bastet. Come to your bodies, O Yernachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Here we go. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Osir, before Sekhmet, before Bastet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All prosperity, good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. There we go. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nekebru Ra. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. May light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring for them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. So, here we go. Porekeru ta henket kakao abdu senachirmahat kutnabut nofer wabet anken nasharim and kawan aku punibu ma'akaru nibu hirnachira. A voice offering of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. For the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great God. Okay. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. The Svet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Here we go. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. It's okay, Darren. I can tell you're still having a tough time.
I miss Mom.
I understand. It's all right. You're in a safe place. That's why we're here. Okay. All right. Tell you what. We'll start off. I'm going to read some prayers from our candles. Read some for Bast, for Oster, and I have our first cookie here, and we'll get to the rest of them in just a little bit. So hold those requests, not just yet. Hail, Sekhmet the Great, Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail, Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light, who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Zisfet, most holy of the gods, one seeks life in you. Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, the scarlet lord, flashing and thundering God, Lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great God who listens, most glorious Mahes. O son of mighty Sekhmet, protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers, and defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. Hail and praise unto you, O Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life, daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows. You slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy, O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. Tell you what, I'm going to read something a little bit different for Osiris because I have something original that I wrote that's on the back of this candle. So. Hail, Osa, Lord of Duat, your feet rooted deeper than oceans, your crown reaching past the stars, your hands gentle, open as a father's, vast as your mother Nut, strong as your father Geb, loving as your sister Aset. Cool waters flow from you, Green plants spring forth from you. Your grain sustains those upon earth. Your ka sustains those in the west. Hidden are your mysteries, yet they are destined for all. All who live, they come to you. All who breathe, at last speak your name. And we will light this one next week. Okay. Vesper sends hugs. And Lucas says, love you, Darren. The sarcastic sends hugs for you. So.
Thank you.
And Gabriel, yeah. Mary Wolfowitz sends hearts. So. Okay, Zabailing went in. Thanks for the health of my family, for Janet, and for my partner. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. And yeah, sarcastic. I'm totally with you. We're well past the point of no return. Anything we do now will just be damage control. And I'm in agreement with you. And yes, and prayers for the souls there in Louisiana and hit that 100+ car pilot. Yes, you know what? I had people asking me about that because where that is, that's an interstate actually that comes out of New Orleans and goes north through Mississippi. I think you could follow it all the way up to Chicago, but the southern end of it is going down towards New Orleans, and I've driven it, eons ago. So that stretch that they're talking about is kind of like bridge. You're just going over marsh and water. When it's been raining and it's good, that it's you feel like you're driving over water. It's not very deep, but it's goes on for a long ways, and so yeah, apparently because it's been so dry, because we're in extreme drought conditions. Thankfully, they up here where we are, they lifted the burn ban, a while ago, which was good. But we're still in a drought. And down there, apparently there was a bad combination of fog, which you tend to get down here at this time of year because the air is getting kind of moist, and it gets just cool enough in the mornings for you to get a little of that. So, foggy October mornings is a normal thing down here in Louisiana. But with that other stuff, it got really bad. And so, I had people asking, if I was okay. And thankfully, that's 4 to 5 hours drive away from where we are. But yeah, there are people, a lot of people I think that you knew that were like, yeah, I drove it earlier, or I got off of there just before.
Right, but everybody we knew was safe, but they were all paying attention and having to be rerouted.
Yeah. And so that's just an awful situation. And another stretch, that I'm more familiar with is I-10. Going between Lafayette and Baton Rouge, you go over like 20 miles worth of marsh, and bayou. There's a little place. It's called the Atchafalaya Basin. You can always tell people who aren't from here because the way they say it, they don't know how to say it right. But that's another one of those stretches that you don't, you want to have good conditions. So we'll be paying attention when we go there next week. But absolutely, we want prayers for all the people who are involved in that, and for the people that got out of that, and that's part of their commute, or something that they have to travel that route, because that's going to be kind of rattling, the next few times they do it. So,
yeah.
My prayers for them too. So, but let's go ahead. I was getting the fortune cookies together, and there was one that came out. I think they're trying to say that one was for me. Okay. So I was going to open it, and see if that was for everyone, but
no, it's for you.
Okay, so I guess we need to go ahead and pull the one for everybody then. So. Yep. And our prayers also for those folks up in Maine.
Yes, God bless them all.
Yeah, because You think that stuff like that won't happen where you are.
And let's not
just
forget our folks in Natchitoches.
Oh yeah, because there was something that happened in another Louisiana town with a funny name. It looks like Natchitoches, but it's actually pronounced Natchitoches.
Yes, it's an Indian name.
Yeah. Well, there's a legend of two brothers, Natchitoches and Nacogdoches.
Yes.
Of course, we like to. If you live in the town long enough, people just call it Natchitoches, but it's Natchitoches.
It's a wonderful little town.
It is the oldest settlement in the Louisiana Purchase.
Yes.
It's older than New Orleans, and you want to talk about some energy in that town. And I lived there for 2 years. Going to school, and there's a cemetery there that is very old, and there's like a couple of graves that like trees have just grown up around. And they're like a couple like 100 years old. So
it's a very beautiful, magical cemetery. I like it very much.
Yeah, it has a very positive energy there.
I bet the trees have a lot to say there too.
They do, man.
Yeah, but and as a teenager going to school down there, I felt very safe there. It's like the spirits there know that the kids are there, to go to school, and so they kind of kept an eye on us. But unfortunately, there was a shooting. There's with the college. There's a football player that
was murdered.
Yeah, and so they're grieving and dealing with that. So, may Osiris put his arms around him and
everyone he loves.
Yeah. All right, I found myself just going. I guess this is our one for everybody. So if anyone's tuning in and they're catching us after the fact, then this one is for you too. This is our cookie for the week. So let's start with this one and see what it says. Success is a planned event. Success is a planned event. Wow, it's funny because we were just giving advice to our kid, about career and stuff like that. So, but that's a very positive thing because it says, you can make it happen. There's a lot of terrible stuff going on right now, but plan for success and you'll get it. Plan for better. You want it to happen. So, okay. Sarcastic prayer request from my great-grandparents. I learned their graves were desecrated and their remains possibly destroyed by a Nazi because they're Jewish. I hope they're okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's vile.
That's a good word, but it doesn't even begin to approach it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, if I may humbly ask, Lady Ishtar, Lady Anat, those are your people too. Long ago, their ancestors prayed to you. So, ask you to see to it justice is done. And to Ninshabur, who's the Robin to Ishtar's Batman, we can say. And so that's her candle there. So, ladies, if you could give us a hand with that. And yeah. And sarcastic saying, I don't know how to explain how much knowing that hurts. I hope they're all right. I never got to know them, but my family always talked about them like they're still alive.
Because they are.
Yeah.
And let me say, while it is totally unfortunate that their remains may have been harmed, and that their tomb was desecrated, you cannot destroy love.
Yeah, and I believe the Jewish toast is l'chaim.
L'chaim, yes.
Which to life.
Well, we hear it enough at our table. Because, we have Jewish family too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we go and celebrate Passover with them, so,
Yes. And, by the way, your priestess goes in full regalia.
No, I do not.
You did one year. Did you?
No, not to Passover. No. The thing, which you're probably thinking of, is there was an interfaith event that I did.
That's right.
And the rabbi was there, and we were joking about it because it was the week before Passover, and so that was really funny. Because the rabbi knows I'm Kemetic and likes to make jokes with
And
me.
you guys ought to see those two together. They are amazingly funny,
Mm-hmm.
and there's lots of love.
Yeah. So. Okay, but for the first one up was Zabalin. So let's go ahead.
Hopefully, I'll meet her soon.
Say what, huh?
Hopefully, I'll meet her eventually.
Oh yeah, well, actually, they stream their service, and so and also if you saw our video that we did in February when I shared the video from the World Religion Day, she was the moderator there, the rabbi, and so yeah, she's a lot of fun. That's her. Oh, Zabalin, you got two. Patience is rewarded. So, okay. There is no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper. That is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be because we got that last week, and it's funny. I got like a card and a call from my late best friend's mom, and so that could mean that they're loved ones who are looking after you too. It can go both ways. Now your second one. There is no substitute for hard work. So Zabalin, there is no greater pleasure than seeing your loved ones prosper, and there is no substitute for hard work.
You have to be the examples of Balaam. Work hard. They'll never know how to do it if you don't show them. You can't tell them. They have to see it.
And I would like a cookie later.
Already?
No.
Oh.
I love you. You want it. I'm picking.
Okay. So Serrana and Spicy Phoenix, and then Pesa Bast. So Serrana. Okay, Serrana. Stop searching forever. Happiness is right next to you. Stop searching forever, Serrana. Happiness is right next to you. Now, the sense that I got from this is that might mean your kids. But also another sense I got as the cookie came out was, I know you're dealing with a restraining order or some other things like that. Be careful because they might be on the move or doing something, in the near future. But that's just the sense I got, and it never hurts to be cautious. But stop searching forever. Happiness is right next to you. Okay, so Spicy Phoenix. Spicy Phoenix, everyone around you is rooting for you. Don't give up.
You can't give up. You're a Spicy Phoenix.
But no, that's this. Everyone around you is rooting for you. Don't give up.
Go, Spicy, go.
Yeah.
Spicy, go.
I'm picturing Bass with pom-poms. Go, Spicy, go. Okay. So Pesa Bast.
TCU.
Pesa Bast. You will learn quickly, never fear.
Wow.
You will learn quickly, never fear.
That's point blank.
But again, also very encouraging, I think. Don't sweat it. You got this. You will learn. Okay, so Discord cookies, Sabby, Ori, and Lee Roxy. Okay.
Wait, they're on Discord. Shouldn't we just tell them no? No.
Darren, no.
Protecting, of course.
And cookie from Best. Gotcha. Maybe from Hermes. Okay. Sure. All right. And Marriage Wep Way from Wep Way. Oh, and do you pronounce the I in the Reuben Reid, or is it just Robin? But they're asking, please keep my brother's cat Butterscotch in prayer. He's greatly sick and not sure if it's cancer or hopefully something that can be healed. Butterscotch, that's adorable.
Adorable, yes.
Are they a yellow tabby? Because that's what I'm picturing. And definitely prayers for Butterscotch.
Yes.
And B, prayers for my mama and brothers. They've both been sick for a few weeks. My best friend is going through fallout with people she considered friends in there. And another friend whose mother passed recently. Yeah, in no particular order, but they've all been under some form of stress and could do with some comfort and peace. Absolutely.
And I wish the same for you because you're trying to be good for other people.
And
Thank
me?
you for that. No, the person asking for that prayer.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Prayers for you because you've been so kind as to look after other people.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got Face of Business. Yeah, we're on our Discord cookies. All right. So Sabby, Ori, and Lee Roxy. Okay. Get ready to pass on those messages. First one's for Sabby. Okay, for Sabby. It is better not to speak of things you do not understand. It is better not to speak of things you do not understand.
Do not mess with powers you do not understand.
But also don't speak of them either. Don't try to make yourself look more knowledgeable. If you don't really understand it, don't speak about it. Just
the most powerful person in the room is the one that can say, I don't know.
Yeah. Because you know your limits. You can admit it.
But when they know their limits, the other thing they know is their strengths.
Yeah. So that was for Sabby. Next is for Ori. So when we're done with the cookies, I'll read some more prayers for everyone because we need some good feelings and some love for some folks. But for Ori, never give up until you reach the finish line. So tell Ori, never give up until you reach the finish line. Hang in there. And the next one is for Lee Roxy. Here. Okay. Lee Roxy, there is no sorrow in the world that a hot bath wouldn't help. There is no sorrow in the world that a hot bath wouldn't help. So time for some self-love. Take a nice soothing spa. Okay. Um, Next is sarcastic, and then Vesper. So. Okay.
Well, that
There we go.
didn't come
That
out.
took a second. Yeah, now sarcastic. I've been working on trying to cut some canes. Make sure they're the right length. I just have to get find a mailing tube that was about 5 feet long. I can send you a Tati cane, hand cut. But all right, sarcastic. Stuff happens. It is your response that counts.
Wow.
Stuff happens. It is your response that counts.
Yeah, it's not what happens, it's how you react to it that makes it a trauma or not.
Or how you respond to it is, determines how well you bounce back. So. Okay, so that, and then Vesper asking for one from Bastet. So Lady Bastet. Oh, and I have a request from Lady Bastet to help her people. We have a friend who's trying to go through some things in his stuff right now. He has a stone statue of Bast that he bought in Egypt, and it's 2.5 feet tall. I want to say something like that. It's pretty big.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And he's making noises about wanting to clear some space and get rid of some things. If I can get that off of
If
him,
he suggests doing something for pay, I suggest you make that your pay.
yeah, because I will explain to him this will become part of the church, and and our friend Brian, he's pretty hip to that sort of thing. He's the one that invited us to go and see the Indian lady that they call the Hugging Saint, and that's another story I'll have to save for another day. But
It's a gripping tale.
It's our rim shot. But yeah, he's hip to that sort of thing, so he would appreciate it if we actually were able to get the Bast statue, and make it part of the shrine. But in the meantime, Vesper has a request for cookies. Vesper, sweet memories are the paradise of the mind. Sweet memories are the paradise of the mind. And I guess that is where people live on. Okay, and Gabriel, maybe one from Hermes. Well, Hermes is I guess Jehuti works with him, Hermes Trismegistus. So if they would be so kind as to relay a message for Gabriel.
He also works with
Anubis. Huh?
He also works with Anubis.
Yes. Yes, and Hermanubis was a syncretic Roman deity. All right, so Gabriel. There we go. Get that nothing. Okay. There is no cosmetic for beauty like happiness. There is no cosmetic for beauty like happiness.
Turn that frown upside down.
Well, if you're happy on the inside, it will radiate outward.
Yes.
So. And it may also be a way of saying don't worry about if you're beautiful, if you feel pretty. No, seriously.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry about the rest of it. And I always get the sense that message might also be for somebody else in your life too. So, okay. And married to Wepawet, of course, from Wepawet. Married to Wepawet, your example will inspire others. Your example will inspire others. Make sure it's a good one. Okay, and so for solace, and then for B. All right. Let's see. um, okay. Okay. You know, I would. Because sarcastic had a question. You know, yeah, grave desecration is bad as a Kemetic, but you know, if you were to go and write on the rest in piss on a Nazi's grave, would that count? I will say this: it does, because you're resorting to their tactics at that point. And when you engage in your enemy's tactics, you share in their consequences.
You become the enemy. Don't do it.
Yes.
Look, I'm going to say this, and this is as fair as I know how to be. Those who practice the art of hate are surely to suffer its rewards. Let them have it unto themselves.
Yeah.
Don't give them the satisfaction of knowing they got you.
Oh, and Butterscotch the cat is ginger on top and cream underneath.
I bet she's beautiful.
Or she or he, yeah. Does sound wonderful.
You know.
Okay, so Solace is next, and then B.
I sure do miss my mom's cat.
Oh, we wish we could. Darren's mom had a cat. The cat's still here. Cat's name is Sister. And Sister is this very vocal, very friendly cat. It's gotten to the point where when we come down there to go and get things out of her trailer, you know, the cat recognizes my truck and like comes running up to us. Yellow and white patchwork with an ear that's kind of folded over, and it's so funny because I was doing something a couple of times now. This has happened. I'll be talking to Darren or doing something, and I feel this sharp on my leg, and it's Sister wanting to be petted. And we wish we could take Sister with us, but we can't because Darren's allergic. At least we know that his mom's neighbor is taking care of her and is taking Sister on. But Sister comes to talk to us every time, and you know, Darren pets her and says, "Thank you for taking care of my mom." And you know, so we hope that
she climbed up in my lap the last time I was there.
Yeah. And it's funny. Cats know that you like them even though you're allergic. Yeah. So. Okay, but anyway, Solace and B.
Sometimes they like to mess with people they know are allergic and don't like them either.
Yeah, but if she likes me and I like her.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think cats also know who you belong to. You know, I think the cat knows, you know, whose son you are.
Oh. They're among the most psychic of animals, so.
Okay. All right, so hang on. Solace. You will get a great deal on a major purchase. So, hey, that could be good news. You will get a great deal on a major purchase. And for B. There we go. Okay. B. Everyone has somebody to love.
Sometimes you gotta go find them.
Well, there's someone out there that loves you. Everyone has somebody to love. And yes, it starts with you. Because you can't love other people if you don't love yourself. But you never know who out there loves you that you haven't even met yet. Somebody who will meet you that you haven't even met yet.
And by the way, guys, I want to include y'all in that because we love you guys very, very much.
Yeah, and we're all going to get together one day, and we're all going to have a fun time. So, and I want some feedback on like when, like if we were to do a convention and time it with a particular holiday, which one you would want it to be. Because, I mean, we could do it for Egyptian New Year's, but we could also do it for OPED or something like that.
Well, I don't want to do it for Egyptian New Year, and I'll tell you why.
Huh, why?
It's the most expensive time in the world to fly or drive.
Oh, because it's in the middle of summer?
During the summer, if we did it like after Thanksgiving or in the dead, like not the day after Thanksgiving, because that's everybody's fly day.
Yeah. Well,
But
for the Koyak mysteries, actually, yeah, the big one. Okay.
Find what time the world wishes people would start flying again, and that's when we book group rate.
Well, that's something to consider. But and that's really good. Quite fodder for the Discord. Those of you who are on it, we just installed something new this week. Shout out to my lovely mods for helping with that. We have a question of the day now, so you can go in and suggest a question, and when it gets enough of them to shuffle, it'll post one at random. And in order for that to work, you got to feed it questions. And if you didn't get your question that day, you can go and keep submitting it, and sooner or later it'll turn up in the little. What do they call that little thing in bingo? You turn it around and
it's the hopper.
Yeah. So the digital equivalent.
Today was the question of the day. Tomorrow it will be the soup of the day.
Oh, Rabin. Okay. Let's see. Some person's blind Robin for a couple weeks ago. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's been helpful. Wonderful. Okay, good. Did you hear him? Yeah. Yeah, okay. And yeah, so Blind Robin, said my dad passed, we buried him, and things for my house are in motion. Good motion so far. Very good.
God bless.
Okay. So we paced the bass. We got you. Hey, Conspiracy. It's good to see you again.
Why are you here? What's going on? I'm joking.
Yeah, well, formerly known as 9/11, Sean. So,
I know.
Okay, so Katie Horton, all righty from set. And Okay, and Gabriel's saying, I have a friend with really strong dysphoria. I try to help her, but it's hard for her to see herself as I see her. Our state makes it hard for trans people especially. Unfortunately, a lot of them are right now, and, that's...
It's a downer.
Huh?
It's a major downer.
Yeah, well, it's just... I feel like this is a tough time we've just got to get through. There will be better days ahead, but some things have to change.
If there's anybody out there that's listening that is part of the transgender community,
and then Luca,
the best thing you can do to make ignorant people suffer is exist. Persevere. Do not give them the satisfaction.
Okay. So Conspiracy Town, then Luca. Conspiracy Town. A pleasant experience is ahead. Don't pass it by. A pleasant experience is ahead. Don't pass it by. So. All right, and Luca, friend, and you asked for it from Bast. It's just a turkey and enjoy. And Luca, I was reading your stories on the Discord, and I'm glad all of that stuff came out. That your test came out good, and that you're here with us, and here's to better health.
Yeah.
All right, and Luca, coincidences happen for a reason. Coincidences happen for a reason.
When you find a bunch of coincidences, that is often called synchronicity.
Yeah.
That means that you are on the right track.
Yeah. Okay, and that's and this is Katie. Sarcastic. You're saying one from Katie Horton. So okay, and oh, Katie Horton, I got a birthday coming up Sunday. Going to be 41. Hey.
Yeah.
Cool. You're let's see. So you were born in 82. Let's see. All right. Yeah, Katie Horton and yes. Cool. So spicy cake. So born on the traditional Kemetic New Year. So July 18th or different. But oh, that's interesting. Isabella suggesting establishment of the Divine Cow. Well, that would be in December. As far as travel, I don't know. Like for we were talking about dates for cons and things.
We'll have to figure that out at some point.
Well, I'm hoping that'll be a good discussion.
It won't be this year.
Oh, right, yeah, because I want to be incorporated so that we can have liability, so that
get liability insurance. We're also going to have to hire security.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking liability, especially if we try and get crazy with cool waters or decide to do let's try our hands at Tati dancing or something like that and bonk ourselves on the head. It'd be good to have insurance. Yeah. But yes, Katie Horton.
Katie, have you heard of who? I just had to ask.
Well, actually, we used to know someone whose last name was Horton, so that was the first thing I thought of. But that was a long time ago. But Katie, in the eyes of lovers, everything is beautiful. In the eyes of lovers, everything is beautiful. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're at that hour and 15-minute mark, so let's make sure that we get everybody wrapped up. Yeah. Just in the short Lilith and Cass maybe like the person to hang around with. Neat. Let's see. Oh, Steelers Nation. Celtic pagan and do have great respect for Egyptian pagans. Awesome. Steelers, okay. Yeah. Hang on, I'm trying to get it down to the bottom. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Sarcastically, give me a tattoo stick and I'll be security. Okay, and One-Eyed Heathen. Hello, I just came in. I guess I missed the entire thing. No, you did not. We're on the wrap up end, but we were just doing our fortunes, and if you wanted us to pull a fortune for you, we could do that. Good thoughts about your relationship. Was it Bhakti to 11 to okay. 5'4", but I'm 5'6". Yeah, sarcastic. You're only an inch taller than me, so. But alrighty, guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. If anybody's got a request for something, just put that up here. I'm going to say some prayers because I know we've got a lot of things going on, in the world and amongst us here. People who are worried about pets and about family members, and trying to contend with a lot of things. So. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yunu, and place your arms of blessing around us. Let us rejoice in your bounty, and our hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neat and Upwot to open their ways for us, and may you protect us with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Capri at dawn, Atum at dusk. Ra Horaketi, as you rule the nine. And may you grant life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ears to the lonely and poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardian of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Okay. Okay, and on into level fortune already. Yeah. So let's go ahead and pull a fortune for our friend One-Eyed Heathen. And I'm assuming that's a reference to Odin. But here you go, One-Eyed Heathen. There is no one so rich that they don't need help, or so poor that they cannot help. So here you go again. There is no one so rich that they don't need help, or so poor that they cannot help. And sometimes you have to know what it is to receive help in order to be able to give it in turn later on to pay it forward. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay. Okay, well, I'm sorry behind it. Sure. Well, you know what? You're welcome to join us on the Discord if you ever, feel so inclined, and you can tell us about that. But okay, Steelers Nation, bless you all and your little fellows. Oh, well, thank you. And of course, down where we are, my husband's a big Saints fan, but actually, I want to say that. Oh goodness, there's someone from our area, Terry Bradshaw. I want to say he played for the Steelers, if I remember right. See, if you're a fan, you probably know that faster than I would. literally recently escaped.
Quarterback that won 4 Super Bowls.
So what, huh?
Terry Bradshaw was the Steelers quarterback that won 4 Super Bowls.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, well, I mean, I thought he was. I thought it was the Steelers. So yeah. But yeah, he's from my home area, and he went to the same college that Darren and I met at. So, yeah. So, okay, yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. Well, One Eyed Heathen. There you go. Sarcastic just gave us the link to the Discord. You can join us. It's called Kemetic Reform chat. And Sachahuti, good to see you again. Welcome, Germany. Sorry for tuning in late. It was a little bit busy the last few months with retraining stuff. And yeah, hey, well, that's okay. Dankeschön. It's good to see you again. And absolutely. All right, guys. Yeah, and I hate the fact that we're having to wrap it up, but I mean we've been on a little while, but that's okay. It just means we were here long enough to get some other people in and to say hi to some old friends. So glad to have you always. And of course, I want everyone to have a happy Samhain, and All Saints Day, that holiday coming up. But also, we will be looking forward to doing the Koyak, the Osiris Mysteries, starting next week. So, our party's just getting started. So, for right now, oh, and those Sachahuti and friends, if you want to request, you want a cookie or something like that, just let me know. But I'm going to read our prayers to make the offerings endure first. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure, as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Osiris, Sekhmet, Bastet. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Osir, Sekhmet, Bastet. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, and if we need to say any prayers or pull any fortunes for anybody else before we go, just let me know. Okay, all right, so Sachahuti. And less than it was more. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what, and I guess One Eyed Heathen. I guess your fortune kind of reflected that. Remember that nobody is too rich, that they don't need help, or so poor that they can't be of help. But yeah. Let me do. But okay, Zabalin, good to see you. Thank you. Mom's broken arms giving her fits, and she needs help. We'll definitely do that. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of this. And big hugs to you and our kindest regards to Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Yeah. And for Sachihuti. There we go. And it's got to be early morning in Germany right now, I'm guessing.
Man, what I wouldn't give for a good sausage. A good roast.
Oh, well, hey, this has been the season for good stuff like that. But okay, Sachihuti. It is better to be looked. Says looked than to be overlooked. I wonder if this is a case of English.
Probably so.
But I
It's
think what
better
it
to
means,
be seen than
or
overlooked.
well, it's better to be looked over than to be overlooked. I think is what they mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
You'd rather someone give you a good once over than just ignore you.
yeah. So don't worry about it, because and I know you said you were just getting some retraining and stuff. Yeah. So in that context, it makes sense. It's better to be looked at, looked over than to be overlooked.
Right, because if they overlook you, you're just ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're staring at you, that means they got something in mind for you that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if they stare at you to get rid of you, and they do get rid of you, be grateful because it means you weren't meant to be there.
Right.
And the gods are not going to waste your time.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone once again, and you all have. I guess this is revealing a little bit of my southernness. Hey, you all, y'all have a good time. Y'all come back and see us now.
You know? And now it's time to say goodbye to Jeb and all his kids.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Oh, I'm also thank you. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. And you know what? See, and what's funny, Married Wepaway. So you guys go back. You fall back Sunday. It just changed it here in the United States where we're not doing that.
I wish we were.
I know, but they got rid of daylight savings time, so
those assholes cost us sleep, all of us.
Yeah. But, all right, well, and thank you for joining us and for participating. What I hate is
there were some places in that country that wanted to keep it.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, so there's going to be like another, like an hour further difference, I guess, in time now between us and other places. But I don't know, it is what it is. But thank you so much for joining us.
Just wait. Next, they'll get rid of time zones.
Oh no, they can't. They can't. Do that. That would just be plain impractical.
Not only that, do you realize how bad it would screw up our aviation system and everything else?
Yeah. I think. And we're going to start off with yes, and the autocorrect wants to.
Yeah, in the natural world, you could get rid of time zones because we would just work off of daylight versus night.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Oh,
Trying to work on that in the context of our modern world, everybody would just lose sync with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But it's the folks saying, thank you for the stream. Absolutely, it was great. This is one of the high points of my week, and I look forward to it all week. And I'm always glad to be with you guys and to spend some time and to talk. And I myself also think about how fun it's going to be one day when we can all get together and figure out how we would do this, with everybody else in the room, or in a space, because we'd have to adapt some things, but I think it would be great to figure that out. And I look forward to that one day. And in the meantime, you guys be safe. So love you all, and happy sailing.
You all take care. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.